Your mic. Can you turn up your audio? Oh, hold on.
I can hear him. Well, it all depends on who's driving the vehicle. Yeah, if you got a cool pilot, you'll be fine.
Create a divide. This life is to fake a smile and take in stride. Create a divide. This life is to fake a smile and take in stride.
After that one that he had, like, still like the idea It's for me to call him Little Yachty every time I see it. Stop smoking shots. Oh, you mean Greg? slider on it. So where the I don't care. People can steal my identity. I got not much. Like you want to inherit like that? Go rape them. So if I go to like slider up and down, so I can go low wattage, high wattage. Yeah, well, it helps when I'm at work because I'm working on it. So I turn it down to low, and like I still get my nicotine fix, but I'm not like blowing up loud already. And then when I go on my break, I can crank it up to like 5 watts or whatever. And have like a decent rate. I like cigars, but like I'm kind of dirty punk, so like I like to single like Blackstone cherries back in the day. Like the biggest cigar you could get for $2, and you just like have it all night. One of the reasons I started vaping is because I was like those cigars. For the most so good, right? I do a bunch of movies that will get straight off. Oh, I'm glad you do this. Yeah, it's like they say you don't need to put them up on no way. And then like if you lose it, it's so if this falls out of your pocket, it's easy to find like it, and it'll look good. Yeah. I named mine fucking right. I like the other one. I like the ones where the guys wear the safety vest and they just walk away. It's like I can do that. A lot of people want to do that. It's like, yeah, let's go. Pretend you're like you're going to work. I need that such favorite. I mean, that's kind of what I did at last time. like this one, but I got it from the stack. So it's like the battery. Then you get like the newer ones, like I can plug, like, or I can like customize it so when I turn it on, it gives like the Super Mario. Probably could. I mean, that's seems to be like always.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Trash Talk. This Trash Talk podcast was founded and is recorded on Treaty 7 land, part of the Blackfoot Confederacy. We have some sponsors to run through here, and we're gonna. I always got to pull this page up. I never have it out, and I know I always got to go through it. Of course, we're always sponsored by Cursed Earth Apparel and Print, Octave Studios, Medicine Hat, Intrinsic Production, Alt Waves Music Fest. Nope, not Alt Waves yet. Armstrong Metal Fest, Loudest Hell Festival, Decimate Metal Fest. There's Intersect Arts and Music Festival way up in High Prairie. That one's going to be happening in a couple weeks. Apply Within Audio. Thank you so much, Gigi, for this a beautiful, beautiful darn microphone. Thank you, buddy. Greatly appreciated. We also are Camp Misfit Clothing up in Edmonton and Mountain Bistro and Pizzeria Bragg Creek, as well as Absolute Underground Magazine. Whoo! Running out of breath. Sweet Lord. That's pretty intense. It's getting long. Gonna have to see if we can change some of those sponsors into partners. That's what I'm talking about. So let's roll into it.
Means we good?
Hey, I'm natetrash. Welcome to another episode of Trash Talk. I'm always stoked. Well, I'm actually tired. It's been a little bit hard to get back into the groove of regular life. How about you, Ryan? Ryan.
I kept my mic muted. I'm tired as fuck as I stretch.
How's that?
Same.
How's that pigeon you found?
It's doing good. It's at my old nan's house. Apparently, like, I posted in the pigeon racing Calgary thing, and somebody was saying it was in a race in Nova Scotia.
What?
And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, how the hell am I supposed to get this bird back to him? Like, nobody's contacted me like directly about like it's my bird.
So the thing
So,
about
You might just have a bird.
yeah, the thing about Nova Scotia, I'm pretty sure that it is actually a place in a storybook and not a real place. Someone might be taking you for a ride, Ryan.
Maybe.
Somebody might be taking you for a pigeon ride.
It sounds made up.
Right? Pretty sure Nova Scotia is a type of ice cream or something.
Should be. It's not, it should be.
Moving on. Moving on. Okay. Sterling, introduce yourself, please.
Yo, I am Sterling. I play drums in the progressive metal band Kosm. I'm a drum teacher in Vancouver. I make beating circles my life skill, and very, that's me basically in a nutshell.
Beating circles.
Yeah, beating circles with sticks, drums.
Ooh. Now, what do Sterling Patterson and master cheesemakers in Italy have in common?
I wouldn't know.
Beating
I
circles with sticks. I'm assuming that's
Fair
how they make cheeses and stuff. Mmm, cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it.
Hello, kitty. Look at that
Oh
kitty
yes,
back
that's
there.
Cleo. Cleo's up there too.
Oh,
That's what she
she's
does.
such a sweet puss. Mike,
She is a fan favorite. Everybody just falls in love with her.
my cat is a
I mean,
fat
she
mess.
really just wants to be a part of everything. Just hang out and
Oh,
vibe.
she looks so pretty.
Yeah.
My cat is a fat mess. Tuxedo, you fat prick. He's a fucking dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
I just have a chunky lizard.
Really? Fat
Yeah, the
boy.
lizard I got. He's a fat boy. He's like that big around. He's got a big fat
Ooh.
belly.
Is it an iguana?
Nice.
No, it's Euromastix. It's basically a fucking Pokemon. Don't worry about it.
That's an iguana first. That's a type of weird iguana.
It looks like a bearded dragon, except it's got like spines all down its tail.
Sweet. Like an
Like
iguana.
like a spiky little pancake.
Pancake.
A little spiky pancake.
Those
yeah.
are my favorite kinds of pancakes, man. So, Sterling, how long have you been playing drums for?
Oh god. I want to say like 16 years now, something like that. 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there.
Really? What got you started?
I was just kind of frustrated, and my mom was like, "You need to hit something," and I'm like, "I don't do contact sports." She goes, "What about drums?" I'm like, sounds fun," and yeah, I don't know. I took a liking to it, and I was just going, "Yep, okay, I like this. I want to do this," and that's basically it. Like, I wanted to get into video game design at first, but it just wasn't in the cards for me as far as just how my brain works. And I just really like drums, so I just went, fuck it, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna make this a career.
Hell yeah.
Come hell or high water.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. When did the content creation start?
That was like 2020. That was like, because I was chatting with Sam Landa, if you know her.
I do. Yeah. Dead Asylum.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
Dead Asylum.
Yep, Dead Asylum, and then Conquer Divide now.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Slanda, she's been a longtime friend, and she's like, Sterl, you really got to get on the internet and start doing stuff. I'm like, but Sam, it takes work. And she's like, I don't care. You just said you are very unique. You need to just get up there and do it more. And I'm like, okay, fine, but I don't have a drum set. So I just basically did whatever the fuck I could. It was anywhere from just like, oh, I can react to videos. That's easy. I just kind of did whatever the hell I could just to make content. And then while I saved bitterly for like the better part of like 2 years almost, or about a year and a half, about a year and a half, a little more than that, and pulled together enough money to make a down payment on like a really expensive electronic kit so I could do all that at home finally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's deadly. I love that. I fucking hate people when they make excuses for why they can't do stuff. It's, like back in my day, I had to walk uphill both ways 37 miles
In
just
the snow.
in the snow just to ride my skateboard at a skate park.
Yeah.
We didn't get a
Yeah.
concrete skate park in Olds until I was moved out of Olds. Dicks.
Yep.
I was a part of getting that damn skate park made. And guess what? Fuck them. That's what.
Yeah, it always ends with just like, and then they fucked it all up.
Bastards.
That was the small town I lived in.
They never got.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, that's what it's always been about, man. It's like you just, regardless of your circumstance, if you want to do something, you're gonna do it. It might not be the ideal situation yet, but you make like the ideal situation for yourself. Everyone has to start somewhere. So it's literally, I think, like, I remember Thomas Pridgeon doing an interview way back when, talking about, like, he'd go to church and whatnot, and he would just be playing on these piece of shit drum sets. And he's like, I don't care. I just want to play drums. Let's just play drums, right? And didn't matter how broken it was, he'd make it work. And that's kind of, you know, I just love to take that mentality of, like, the nice stuff is nice. It's good to have all the fancy bells and whistles, but, like, anyone who really wants something, they're gonna make it work regardless, right?
Hell yeah. That's exactly right. It took a while for me to get a hold of anything. My brother got me my first actual guitar when I was 13. My mom got, or 16. My mom got me an acoustic when I was 13. But it hurt my fingers. The strings on the cheap acoustic guitar hurt my fingers. I didn't like it. And my older brother had a guitar with really worn down strings. It was like a fake Stratocaster, and it had worn down shitty strings, and it was really nice. I was like, yeah, I could play this. I could do power chords, and I could turn up the distortion and mask my terrible playing. And I was thinking about it today, like that was almost 20 years ago, and like I still suck. It's awesome. At least I'm never changed.
No, it's all good. Like, well, that's what I always tell my students and whatnot, because, you know, this is the thing with music, is that, and especially in heavier genres, we always get into the dick swinging competition over who's better, who can tune lower, who can go heavier, who's more technical. I fell for that pitfall for a few years myself too, but it's not about comparison. It's like, music's what you make of it. Like,
yeah, it's definitely.
Are you having fun?
Exactly.
Who gives a shit
yes.
if you suck? Do you suck? No, but are you having fun? Like, yeah. Then that's
exactly.
all you need.
Everybody
I
knows.
fell into that. The whole, oh no, you gotta only listen to this kind of music, otherwise, yeah. And then I got older, and I was like, what the fuck was that all about?
Oh, dude, that was like literally growing up with, because my mom was a huge '90s Seattle buff, and like, I know I'm involved a lot more with heavy stuff. Like, low key, I'm a pop kid. Like, pop is my favorite genre.
Oh yeah.
And
hell yeah, me too. Yeah. Me too. Spice Boys for life.
Yeah. Like, I was spinning Bella Porch a couple days ago, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, this is D's. And even with the music I make, if I'm gonna write heavy music, I'm gonna write heavy music as if it's pop. That's my approach to everything nowadays. And yeah, like, I remember my mom going, like, when she heard Backstreet Boys the first time, she's like, Sterl, this is shit music. This is garbage trash music.
You need to listen to
Nirvana.
Have you ever heard of Sub Pop Records, Sterling?
Yeah,
Sterling, my dear. Have you ever heard of not just regular Seattle, Sterling, but northern Seattle? And not quite close enough to Vancouver, though. Here, let me go get you something.
Yeah, right.
Just close the door behind her.
No,
she's not going to be back tonight.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. You'll run into those people who are like, "No, this is better than this."
You just walk in and your mom's crying over a Nirvana album. Why did you leave us, Kurt?
But, well, I mean, nowadays we got the Gins anyway. I know if you ever haven't seen the Gins, they're like this local grunge indie band, and their singer like looks freakishly like Kurt Cobain.
The Gyms?
It's okay. We have, yeah.
Okay,
Gyms.
yeah, I've heard of the Gyms. They're the ones, Ryan. They're the ones who do that song. Spenny is a fucking fuck. That one that Joel showed us. I actually have it. We'll actually watch that video. Let's watch this first Juliet Ruin video here.
Yo.
Shout out to Juliet Ruin. They sacrificed their set Friday after the storm at Loud as Hell so that everybody else could play, so that they could get bands back going again. So I'm going to be playing their songs fairly frequently for a while. And I have Jess coming on the show August 25th. It's going to be great.
Fuck yeah.
So we're going to check out a little bit of this song. This is Might by Juliet Ruin. Let's make sure I got everything dialed in here properly. Oh, no, it's not working. That's okay. We can make it work. Now it should work.
Come on. Yeah, when they started noodling with second strings, they started putting it in front of the Jew, so it's the Juliet Ruin now. Every time they go heavier.
Yeah. Now, what's your vocalist's name again? I forgot.
Jesse.
So, this the same name as this vocalist. So,
Yep.
your vocalist fucking thumps out some heavy gutturals.
Yeah.
Like,
That's been the last year and a half that's been fucked up. I don't know how she did that.
quite meanly. Honestly, here's the thing. This is why I do it. Vocalists are being a vocalist, it's not as hard as people think it is when it comes to the basic gutturals. What's hard is the dexterity. What's hard is memorizing the words and remembering when to change it from high to low, you know. What's hard is keeping the breath, because when you're in the studio, you can hit a line a couple of times. And another thing I've noticed with bands that are still on their way to getting that signed record label release on the high-end record, they're not as expressive in the studio as they are on stage. At least with Kosm, you guys don't have to worry about that. Jesse's got it nailed between both. Like, you guys have a pretty solid translation from just basic audio to a live performance, right?
Thank you, dude. No, it's really it's interesting with how the band's moving, because like we all really hit this point where we've been kind of wanting to write a lot simpler, and Jessie, she's been going heavier and heavier every time. So much that she's created a following for her just to scream, blaz at everybody, right?
Yeah, Ryan and Nathaniel were fangirling pretty hard.
Do their art.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is that, like, whenever people go up to her and just like, "Oh my God, you're amazing," and, like, Jessie's just a fucking potato. Like, she's just like, "Oh God, compliments, no, never."
She's great. The interview was awesome. I'm going to be releasing that here soon.
Dude, sick.
It's like I said, it's been a little bit difficult to get back into it. I'm glad I didn't have to go to work Tuesday.
Same.
My brain is melted the last 2 days at work, and like
I went to work. It was lame. I can vouch.
Luckily, it's just been me and my partner, and we've had to like jump around from site to site. So it's not been a lot of like, you have to do this task, you have to perform it in a certain amount of time. There's other guys watching you. It's just like, let's go for a little bit of an extended lunch. And it's just like we sit in his truck and watch Netflix for an extra 15 minutes.
With the AC on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been not too bad. Let's listen to a little bit more of this jam.
Yeah.
Then we'll jump over to a Kosm track.
Sounds cool to me.
I meant to get an interview with them at Loud as Hell, but hey Connor, how's it going, buddy? Don't worry, you're not late. We still got time. It's all good, sweet boy. Thank you so much for helping us out this month or this year at Loud as Hell. So the weird thing about doing interviews is, in my mind, I don't want to go bug the artists because me being a musician myself, I know that when I'm doing a show or something like that, I don't necessarily want to be badgered and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of expect people to get a hold of me or message me or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the musicians I know are nice enough to not want to bother me when I look like I might be busy, right?
Yeah.
So at least that's what I think. So we get this like void area where a lot of musicians I planned on getting interviews with, I wasn't able to get interviews with because like I thought they were busy, they thought I was busy, and it just didn't cross paths. But it's getting better. Like last year I got like 5 interviews. This year I got like 17 or something.
Yeah, well, dude, that's the thing. It's especially in situations like that. It's like the term opening somebody, right? When people are receptive to being opened and spoken to. Most of the time, they're sweethearts, and if you just give them 5 minutes after they get off, especially if they get off stage, you're riding on a huge adrenaline high, and you're like, "What? You want to talk to me about the bullshit I just played? Let's go!" You know? Like,
Yeah, everybody I talked to was amazing. It was just, it's all about the timing. It's all about the timing, and I still got to talk to everybody. I'm still gonna get a hold of everybody. Like I got Tortured Saints coming on the show at the end of the month. I got Brody from Fall of Earth, who wasn't even out at Loud as Hell. He's just my son all of a sudden now. Yeah, that was a Facebook joke that's kind of like blown up into him coming on the show and like me hopefully booking his band and stuff. Fingers crossed, because Calgary needs like a good solid monthly metal show again.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about reaching out to Dickens and seeing what the parameters are there for a booking, because the thing about booking a room like Dickens is it could potentially be a lot of money to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've never booked there before. I've only booked at Vern's and Distillery 2. Actually, no, I think I booked one at Distortion before, but years ago, and those weren't by any means big good shows.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could book a show at Burns.
Exactly. Yeah, you could. You definitely could, Ryan. We're gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna make you book a show
At Burns?
Yeah, and we are gonna do a vlog on Ryan behind the camera booking a show at Burns, and you got to get a hold of all the bands, and you got to make sure you line up the poster, and
Every band.
you got to make sure, and you got to set up the group chats, and you got to fire the band that is an asshole, because there's always one.
There's always one, yeah.
And if you can't talk them through it, you got to get rid of them.
I've been dating a musician for 9 years. I know all about that stuff.
Right? There's always one. Well, okay, so in the case of Sasha, I was the asshole in that case, and she still kept me around because of Joel, because Joel's in the band, and Joel thinks he's an asshole, but he's really just honest, and people find that refreshing, and I
Yeah, and
love
he
that.
just comes off as a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's like, everybody. He's like, I'm an asshole to everybody. It's like, yeah, but it kind of gets people off. Yeah, Spice Boys.
Yeah, for life.
So I like this. We watched this one a little while ago. I don't want to watch this one because I know my stream will get muted after.
Yeah, no, exactly. Don't bother with any muted stuff.
Let's go to the channel.
Um,
Tinman's
yeah.
channel. I don't know why I'm
There's
not subscribed.
I know we were YouTubing pretty hard for a bit. I really pushed the whole YouTube thing, and then afterwards, things just got so busy. It's hard to keep it up. It's a lot of work.
It really is. When it's time to go live, then you got, and this is where planning comes along, right? Like scheduling far in advance.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, bands are already planning their 23, 24 runs. You know what I mean? Like I talked to Kyle from Wake, and that's pretty much exactly what's going on. They're planning their 23, 24 tours right now. And it gets intense after a while. But that's the life, right? Hopefully you get picked up. And then hopefully the people who pick you up have the resources to actually help you do all this kind of stuff,
Yeah, that's it's all about planning like a year or two in advance and then executing. And yeah, it's a busy life. It's a busy, just relentless life.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm not even touring, and it's still a busy life for me. Like,
Fair.
yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild stuff. But yeah, they're gonna watch the Clock Tower video. Woo!
Oh, yes.
Nate
They are
rules.
lizards or reptilian kind of beings. When they appear on Earth, they try to do it covertly. Some come from a totally
Danny
different
Carey
reality.
shenanigans.
Others come from different planets. They all have their own agenda.
When we had
Yeah.
Eagle 1,
Yeah, Nate
captivity
sucks.
from
I know.
1947, 1952, one of the big
Hey,
questions was,
aliens.
have a soul.
Look at that hair.
Yeah,
Look at that hair.
I know, right?
You're
Look at
you.
Eric's hair.
You are all hair farmers.
Mike had tiny hair. Mike was a fluke, and we had a bass player at that point.
You're all darn hair farmers. Sterling's always been spicy.
Oh yes.
Now we have this is an interesting Sterling because now we have sexy goth boy Sterling, and before we had kind of late 80s, early 90s hair metal crop top Sterling.
Yeah, right.
That was pretty. That was a pretty good Sterling,
Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
I got my. If we dip into my collection of Sterling Patterson cards that I have right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. This is I definitely always been spooky, but bouncing around on different levels of where the exactly the late 80s rock star androgyny kind of lands me basically. No fucks given. It's a good time.
Well, how's it not going to be a good time, right? This is the thing about dressing up. If you're going to dress up, you got to lean right into it.
Oh yeah.
You have to.
That's why I love those rock stars like Bowie and whatnot, man.
Yeah, I like rocking the.
Harry Styles is killing it. It's just going for it, and you have to in order to do that, as a guy, you gotta just fucking sit in it and be like, yep, I'm doing it.
Exactly. Exactly. You fucking have to. The thing with with being a character, with being an individual type character, you gotta lean into it, I always look back on 80s, 90s punk and cyberpunk styles too. I'm gonna be incorporating more of that into my look. But I had these, it's the pants for me. It's the pants, and girls have the sickest pants,
Yep.
Well, minus the pockets, because there's a big conspiracy. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty
Big
sure.
purse, man. It's
I'm
big
pretty sure
purse.
big purse is in the pocket of big pocket, which is in the purse of big purse, which is in the pocket. You know what I mean? Ryan knows. Ryan fucking knows.
Yeah, no, the like, cause that's me. Like, I remember I would play a lot in jeans. I've never been a huge fan of wearing shorts. That's for me. That's been a weird little thing for me. And I would wear jeans all the time. And being a drummer, you blow out the crotch of your pants a lot because of how you sit.
Yes.
And yeah, and I was getting sick and fucking tired of spending, 60, 70, 80 bucks on nice pants. So I'm like, fuck it. Here's my man card. Thank you for these leggings.
No. That's not how that works. The man card is a very, very fictitious thing.
That's true. That is true. I say it with the utmost sarcasm.
Exactly. So the thing here is like toxic masculinity these days is
Yeah.
fucking fading fast. I at least the where I see it, because muscle dudes suck unless they're cool muscle dudes.
Yeah.
And dudes who call their friends pussy, like as an insult, as a joke, like you call your friend that's a disrespectful fucking thing, you know?
Oh yeah, entirely.
Like, I don't think I've called one of my friends that in years.
No, same.
Because
Yeah,
it's toxic,
like,
it's gross.
Dude, yeah, well, you think about like how far things have come in the last 10 years even. It's wild.
Well,
And
even
that-
working in trades, like I've worked in trades for a long time,
Oh,
and it's changing. Like either all the old guys that used to flip out and stuff are having heart attacks, or like people are just starting to change their attitude. Like
yeah.
it's
Exactly.
refreshing to actually want to go to work some days because there isn't some old fuck there gonna be some like. Yeah. Anyways.
No, you're totally right.
Yeah,
totally
like,
right.
that's a big thing for me because like a lot I teach 5 days a week, and I'll be teaching drums to like NB kids, I'll be teaching drums to trans kids, and like I'm hoping that they can come into my room and feel accepted and chill, because like, and that's what I really do like really dig about the metal community is like it's never been a what you do, it's the caliber person you are, and that's like those things transcend all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Safe space is what it's all about. I like to think that like within 100 feet of me is a safe space at all
Yeah.
times. Oh, it
Yeah.
sounds like I'm echoing here somewhere. Let's find this. It might just be me on myself. That's all.
Yeah, you were kind of crackly earlier, but I checked I checked it on my phone and it sounded fine on the phone. So
Yeah.
Nathaniel's in the
I
chat
figured
right
it's
now.
just my headphones.
Nathaniel's in the chat right now. He's
Yeah.
chewing me out. He's mad at me. He's not happy right now. So Nathaniel says turn Sterling up a small tad. Nathaniel, I turned Sterling up a small tad. Thank you for letting me know, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. Love you. You're a sweet boy. Oh, now I can't hear it. Now I can't hear it, Sterling.
I can hear him.
How come I can't?
Maybe it's because Sterling's not real.
Sterling, are you real? Holy. It was working and something just cut out. This is definitely on my side.
But the echo's gone.
Sterling.
Yo.
There's Sterling.
Am I peeking? Am I good?
You're good. We're good now. Actually, no, Nathaniel. What I determined this weekend is I am a collective hallucination of the Canadian underground metal scene, like Western Canada at the very least. Eastern Canada is starting to hallucinate now because I got Tortured Saint coming on the show, so the hallucination is going to carry on over over to the fucking East Coast here soon. You wait. Papa Trash spreads like
Natetrash is basically a SCP.
Yeah.
Papa
Dude,
Trash.
the SCPs are going hard nowadays.
No, Papa Trash is a VD. Okay, a VD, a venereal disease.
A venereal disease.
Yeah. Spreading your sweet kisses. All right, so Ryan, do you got a song we should listen to? Do you got a band we should check out?
Oh, I mean, you pump Balragath all the time, but they have a lyric video.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing with Balragath next week and that's gonna be the last Horrify show.
Oh, dude, that show's gonna fucking rip, though.
It's gonna be a banger-anger. This is Balragath.
Cool.
Now, Balragath plays what I call bardcore.
Yeah,
I love it.
there we go, Bardcore.
I just
I
made
love
it up. Like,
You need to send that to their chat. Like, you need to send that to them.
so I did in the group chat for the show. I said that I was like Balragath heavy duty bardcore. Right? It's killer. So very, very epic.
Nice. Like, the very traditional and like folk, right? Folk is all about being like super.
Yes,
epic,
it's
right?
Lord of the Rings. It's like folk with a little bit of Swedish melodeath style stuff, right?
Cool.
If Amon Amarth was to meet like a Leviathy, maybe a little bit of Fintroll on a couple of the songs, right?
That's dope.
Gray is an insane vocalist.
I'll have to spin this later. Yeah, no, because like I always loved like the bands that just mix genres together. Just come up with the weirdest shit, right? My longtime favorite is Zeal and Ardor. That's my absolute favorite.
Have you checked out Sleep Token?
Yes, yeah.
Whoa. Sleep Token's got some wild sounds now. Like, that voice is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
It's just weird. A lot of wave to go into that heaviness, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, as Jesse's always said, the singer sings in cursive.
Right?
Yeah.
Cursive italics.
Right? It very much, it has that cursive, smooth feel to it. I've been getting more into oh man, okay, I just had it and then it went away. It wasn't Wake. It was some, if you're into Deftones, Loathe is sick.
Yeah, they are the new
Yeah.
Deftones for sure.
Yeah, they no, 'cause one of my buddies was like, oh, you know, he's like such a big Deftones buff, and one day I'm like, have you listened to Loathe yet, dude? And he's like, no, I haven't actually, and then comes back to me like 10 minutes later, like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, it's because and it's nice because it's got all the same like really hardcore stuff. Like they go harder than Deftones, but they also have what Deftones like makes they have what makes Deftones sound good as well.
That's called emotion.
Yeah.
What people don't realize is Deftones is an emo band. They have always been an emo band,
Yep.
but they never dressed up like the emo bands. So here's the thing. You got scene kids, right?
Yep.
And then you got emo kids who are actually pop punk kids who started to date scene kids and dress like them. The real emo kids are actually new metal bands.
Yep.
Slipknot, fucking Deftones, fucking Nothing Face. Like,
Yeah.
Like that is some emo. Nathaniel, and No Hope for the Lost. Nathaniel is a giant emo kid too, and this is not insulting. I have huge respect. I love pop punk. I
Nate.
love new metal. I love Nathaniel. You know,
Yeah.
like My Chemical Romance is that's a legend status band, and anybody who says any different, they can get fucked. They haven't fucking made an impression like My Chemical Romance has on people. Look at the transformation Gerard Way has made too, as a person from a very depressed, mal-affected individual to a very like well-off artist in many different genres. You know, he's a fucking a musician who's top of his class. He's an artist who's had a TV series made out of his fucking comic book, and you see the videos of My Chemical Romance on stage on tour right now, and he looks he's just killing it, you know?
Oh, he's having a blast.
He's a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, man. It definitely like it's funny because I remember seeing the old memes of like the Roaring 20s, like RAWR, the Roar XD, like the Roaring 20s.
Yeah.
And it really is that. Because there's, I've been really tuned into like the new wave of pop punk lately, like so much to the point that I'm working on starting my own pop punk band right now. Because like it's insane what they're doing, because they're taking everything from, as you said, new metal. They're taking all the metalcore and new metal approaches, and they're weaving it into their music, and they're keeping the bubblegumness that pop punk has, but it's heavier. They're fucking with like drop C and stuff, and doing like really like heavy straight ahead stuff, but it's fun at the same time.
Do you like ska?
I've tried to get into ska. I've tried a few times. There's every
Let
so
me
often,
show you something.
Ore Ska Band, the Japanese one, love them.
Let me show you a band from Colorado.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay. See if they got a video of the song that I like.
Is it gonna sound like the first time you ever ate a mozzarella stick?
No. No, it's not. It's actually pretty slick. Pretty slick Dickens. No, that's not the right one. Emilio, it's called
bouncy, though.
It's called Emilio Fiesta Vez. It's off of this album.
I'm still trying to gain back electrolytes from Loud as Hell.
I think that's my problem too. The water isn't even absolving. The water is not absolving its sins upon my body.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Where like I've been feeling it too. Where you go out even for a weekend to do something like that, and it feels so alien reintegrating into society. Even after
talking to people at work, and they're just like, oh, you must have had a super fun weekend. I was like, oh, it was a blast. And then I start going off about the weekend, and they're just like, why didn't you tell us about this? I was like, I talk about it for like months at a time, dude. Like,
Yeah, nobody listens until everybody's had all the fucking fun.
right.
I spent like 5 years pumping up Iron Kingdom, and then all my buddies went and seen them, and they're like, oh my god, they're amazing. And I could have
Oh man. So I remember seeing Iron Kingdom back when they were called Twisted, way back when.
Nice.
And then they found out that that was a Juggalo thing.
Yeah, there's something they didn't use it for, and they switched to Iron Kingdom, and they've been consistently sick since.
Chris is just like, Chris, why'd you change the name from Twisted? The logos looked so deadly. He's like, I don't want to talk about it. I just hands you an Iron Kingdom sticker.
He's got like he's got a little hatchet, man.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Can we move on? I don't want to talk about it anymore. So this is.
I remember. No, go on. Yeah.
No, you go. This is Sterling's hour. Okay.
Oh, no, we're all hanging, we're all vibing here. No, I remember it was at Metalocalyptic Fest way back.
Shout out to
when-
Kaya from Anarchion
Yo, yeah.
and Mutant Waxwork, baby.
Oh shit, it's Jesse.
Jesse! Don't forget to hit follow so you know, because we got Coco from fucking All Else Fails and Eternal Prophecy on next Monday.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Coco, Loco,
Legends,
Coco.
mate.
Hi, Jesse. So, let's thank you so much. I appreciate that. I actually want to get a cool fucking little fucking sound in there. Like a beep, boop, boo, doo, doo. And I'm probably going to
Yeah.
record that sound, and I'm probably going to put that sound into it. Or I'll get Ryan to make a sound. I'll get Ryan to make a sound, and in the background, I'd be like, Ryan, do that beep, boop thing. And that'll actually be included in the sound clip.
I got a jaw harp somewhere.
Oh yeah, you do. You got a twanger. Ryan's got an actual twanger. All right, this is ska, but it's a little bit more intense. It's a ska with breakdowns.
Okay. Okay. You got me interested.
Jesse, tell me what you think about this ska breakdown. Right? It's like, wait, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec here.
Oh, this is. I love it.
And like the subject matter of these songs is like heavy duty. These songs are about like buddy driving drunk and fucking beating people up because girls told them to. And like like fucking forgetting about leaving a fucking party, and like people like, bro, you're lucky you didn't end up in fucking jail or dead. And it's just like ska, baby. Let's ska, baby.
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, everyone's skanking and just having fun, right?
He's like on his way to rehab. He's like previously on intervention. Smoke some dope with me, Ryan.
So long I forgot it. At home.
All you need is a black beat at this point.
Just wait for the breakdown. This is a breakdown too, sort of. It's more of a bridge, but Papa Trash will take what he can get. You know what's going on, Corey. Shout out to Defined by Chaos Edmonton.
That's funny. And they break down out of nowhere, right?
It's gonna get intense. Trombone gets in too.
What the hell was that?
Gonna get fucked up.
Oh my god, that's
Wanna get
hysterical.
fucked up?
I love it. Oh my god, what a jam, I love it. Yeah, there we go, that's sick. Yeah. Nice.
So my buddy Nick Reed showed me these guys. Now, this is how the world works for old natetrash, okay? So, I showed you this band. My buddy Nick Reed showed me this band. Me and you just met at Loud as Hell.
Yep.
Nick Reed's band played the first 5 Loud as Hells, and they gave his band a plaque.
Cool.
And he has not been back in 5 years. But I'm going to convince him to bring his family. Because there's been more and more kids. Like last year was the first year there was kids.
Yeah.
And now this year they had kids and it went really well.
Yeah.
So
Justin brought his family, I remember.
yeah. And there's a couple other kids out there running around and everybody was really good about that, right?
Yeah.
There were some kids there in 2019 too.
Yeah, see, and like I would bring the thing with me bringing Serenity out. I could see myself bringing Serenity out, but it would be hard for me to get any work done.
Yeah.
She would definitely want to be involved on all of it, and she would get burnt out really, really quick. And
Yeah.
it's a different situation when you're working it versus when you are out there hanging out and actually like enjoying the thing, right? Jesse had a request: avoid a hostage at a beast party. A beast party. Woo!
Yeah.
Avoid
A hostage at a beach party.
a hostage. That's French for hostage. I know it is.
Dude, I will forever regret.
That's like the funny thing with core. It can do anything.
But I'm pretty sure that if I don't drive down into Malibu and hang out with Benny and the fellas, I'm not gonna regret that.
I like the.
Good scenery. Nice.
I dig it for sure.
This is cool. Good rack, Jesse.
So like we got a music video shoot coming up. And I'm trying to convince my daughter to let me cut my hair for this video shoot.
Yeah.
Because the idea that we got behind it is like, the idea behind the shoot is fucking sick. But the problem here is that Serenity has only known me with long hair.
Oh.
I've had long hair for like 7 years now, and she's 8 years old. So trying to convince her is a little bit hard. I was like, when can I cut my hair, sweetheart? She's like,
Never.
just when I want you to, okay? And I was like, all right. We're gonna have to figure out a better negotiating tool here.
Yeah.
Shave Scott's head.
Well, the thing here is that Scott, we'd have to shave, if we were to shave Scott's head, we'd have to shave the rest of Scott too. And I don't think we as individuals are ready to do that.
We have to pull together as a band, and it'll be a bonding moment for all of you except Scott. Because he probably won't enjoy it.
I don't think I'm gonna ever, there's never gonna be a day where I shave a spinkle.
You just braid that.
Our bass player's real name is actually Spork.
Spork.
Sport. Nice.
Nice. Those vibes.
These are jams for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'd party it up with these guys for sure.
Yeah, they've definitely vibe. What a fun place to shoot a music video too.
Right.
The desert?
Yeah.
Oh, it
Just
looks
a
like
random-
they're on a golf course.
random nice place in the middle of the desert.
Hey, let's go. Do a music video on this golf course really quick.
Well, it's kind of fun. It's nice when you can like just go find a spot. That would be kind of fun to shoot a music video. It doesn't need to be serious. It just needs to. Their goal is to have fun, right? And they're doing that.
Right? Jesse said that you guys also have a music video coming up.
Oh yeah, yeah. We also got a music video coming up. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're shooting that now, September 3rd. For the first single or like first shred of new music we put out in like 3-ish years, basically.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Fucking dope.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah, like because I would say the album we're trying to like no hard dates on anything. It's just kind of putting it all together and then figuring it out from there. But no, it's like while like I think as we finished bass, we finished guitar at this point. I'm pretty sure. I think Jesse's just got a few songs to wrap up for vocals, and then that's about it. Then it's all the stuff we played at the festival minus Yarnum. It's everything's new.
Yarnum.
Yarnum.
What a great name.
Old Bloodborne shenanigans.
Did I lose my fucking...
A few. Jesse's like a few. I'm trying to be good about this.
Jesse's... Foul Beast Yarnum! Jesse knows what I'm talking about. So this is actually my band's new music video that we just released last week.
Cool.
So we're going to check it out real quick, because it is real quick. And we shot this all ourselves. First time we've all done any of this. Except for Russ has edited video before.
Dude, this is sick. Yo, dude, great job.
I love the Casey jam.
It's good. It's good pump up song. I could see people crowd killing to this.
It happens. It has happened. We get the crowd boiling like the Amazon River after like a poor goat falls in and the piranhas attack. But that poor goat is like Sprinkles, and he takes it on himself.
Oh, it's cool. Like it's like how you said you were talking about emotion in music and whatnot. I did this lesson with this kid. It was quite a while back. I did a lesson with him on specifically like emotion in music and using rhythmic devices to create emotion. And he was a pop kid. So we used, at first we used a Shawn Mendes song.
Nice.
And I was going on about how, like, just when, like, the entire band, all the music was stepping back, all they had was a kick and a clap sample. And just using as little as possible to convey the same emotion. And then when it got to the chorus of the song, all they added was just a single eighth note. Nothing fancy, just an eighth note on top of the kick and the kick and clap, and that singular addition meant everything to the chorus. That was sick, by the way, dude. Yeah, like that kind of thing means everything, because that, like, then the vocals come in. He hits with the main chorus hook, and then the drums and the rhythm responds accordingly. And I was like, this is why you see so many players out there, because drums are fun. They're sick as shit, but people really miss the idea of how to create emotion and play music with drums. because it's all about sick fills. It's all
Yeah.
about doing
Or
doing
like
the cool
super,
shit.
super fast double kicks.
Yeah,
Gotta sound like you have
Yeah.
4 feet for some reason.
you're right. Yeah, no, there's no like why. Where's the why in that? And that's always been my big thing with and it's changed my playing dynamically too. But like teaching the why to people who are trying to understand the why.
Yes.
And then I flip the narrative. I'm like, okay, so you see how this Shawn Mendes song is going, and you see how these little additions to like adding things together can add and retain emotion and ebb and flow, tension and release in a song. And then I flipped it on him. I took out a Dave Lombardo video of him playing, I think it was Angel of Death, and I was like, okay, so in the same context, because this Shawn Mendes song was very somber, it made you very, very sad, it had a bit of a longing to it. Now listen to this. And because, Dave made Slayer sound fucking amazing. He's their best drummer. I will die on that hill. And he was just watching him play, and it's at that point, it's an aggressive D beat.
Yep.
And I gave him 45 seconds of it max, and he's like, my heart rate's just going up right now, and I'm like, that's emotion. And it's in metal especially, it's really interesting because we get so sucked into the, like as you said, the double kick, the techie shit all the time, but where can we create emotion in heavy music? What and how do people get that emotion out? That's the difference between a bunch of people standing at your set versus a bunch of people who need to get that energy out in some way.
I'll
right?
show you a band one of the bands that is putting out like real emotion in their music right now in extreme music is fucking Wake.
Yeah, Wake was sick.
My buddy Kyle is their vocalist. He's a really good friend of mine, and he puts so much into what he does that it's hard for me to not just like I saw him on their first show back when they were here at Dickens, and like everybody stopped. The whole room fucking stopped and watched. And it was like everybody went fucking dead, fucking silent. And it was insane. It was like they put on all the lights went red and they just fucking put on a sermon. Like it was wild,
Cool.
And the emotion, the blood that comes out on those words is intense. But this band, I found this band.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I found them just at playlisting. And this is a reason why I wish I lived in the States. Is because the access to certain things that you don't get in Canada, We're going to check out a song here. Do they have a single song performance for Slay at Home? Okay, here we go. So this is some shit. I don't know where Ryan went. I think Ryan went to bed. But then again, I think we're in his bedroom. See, it's hard to gauge when you don't actually see the band. So we're gonna wrap this cast up with some Wake. But Noel is sick. I want to see.
Cool.
I want to fuck it. I want to play shows. We got a music video to do though, and we got so much stuff to finish up. But this is Wake. This is a music video that they released here a little while ago, like 3 months ago, I think it said. And this is my guy. I love me some Kyle Ball.
You take a corner.
I was really, really fortunate to catch their set at LAH. That was like so good.
Super nice guys too. You tell them that you like their band, and they're just so pumped to hear it every time.
Aw. Comes right from the heart, right?
they're really a great. They're really like the ones at least because I've never really met any of them personally, except for Kyle and Arjun.
Yeah.
And they were the ones that I interviewed on Trash Talk. The other guys I don't really know as well, but they've been nice enough to talk to. Kyle's a really good friend of mine though. I got a really good interview with him that'll never see the light of day.
I love the blackened aspects these guys have.
They used to be a grindcore band. Like
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they started out as a grindcore band. I'm pretty sure their old I'm pretty sure was their Instagram name used to be Wake Grind. But then they came out with Misery Rights, and they started to really go on this whole new way of making their metal, blackened, doom, sludge, but without the slow, without taking the root of any of these genres. They were able to take aspects that influence like what a good band does, you know?
Yeah.
They're a band that deserves to have the recognition and deserves to be on the Metal Blade roster because they have made their own sound out of their influences. Kosm is another good example of that too. Obviously with certain things that have gone on in personal lives, he can't keep up with the schedule to do certain things, right? And that's every band has their own pace though, and that's the beauty of the music. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I think, let's see, because I'm really stoked about the album, but like we wrote all that stuff in like mainly 2020. I tracked the drums in like 2021, I think. Yeah, I think. I can't remember. It was one of the two. I think it was 2021. I tracked the drums, and funny enough, I think like we're all pretty excited for like what we're gonna do going forward because. Since I've been noodling with another band as well, I've actually been experimenting with just writing drums by themselves, fully structuring a song down to like getting it really like radio ready, where it's like 2.5 to 3 minutes, really concise.
300 seconds, 303 said it the best in one of their songs, and it was 300 seconds on the radio. And 303, you know, they've never lied before.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I've heard. Just obviously, all jokes aside, but 300 seconds seems to be like, you know, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. That's 5 minutes, right? You can play with a lot in 5 minutes. Maybe 303 is wrong and I'm an idiot. But these days, you got to think about this too. Like, the attention span of bands, of people listening to bands is getting shorter too.
Yeah.
Not everybody can pump out 5.5, 6 minute, 7 minute songs and still like maintain a fan base unless they have like a different level of interaction that they can throw out there for their community.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at too. Is it's like after what I've been mainly listening to, it's like I'll listen to 2.5 minute songs. Sometimes there's been a number of occasions where I'll listen to a tune regardless of genre, and it'll be like, oh fuck, how long is this? And it's like 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I wish there was an extra 15 seconds shaved from this. I've started to really favor like smaller songs.
Local band Smokeout just raided with a party of 4. Thank you, Mr. BG. Local band Smokeout is sorry to interrupt you like that. Local band Smokeout is another show like mine. Actually, my show is like theirs. BG's been doing this forever. He's a master of his craft. They got Local Band Smokeout Festival coming out.
That's sick.
Lizzie, thank you for showing up. BG, thank you for showing up. Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry to cut you off like that, buddy. Keep going. What were you saying?
Oh, no, it's all good. I was just talking about, like, basically, like, super concise songwriting. And been experimenting with, like, weird bar lengths. Like, because the one thing that we can all agree on, especially with favoring long songs, is that you get room to explore and create, and you get to paint a picture, not just write a tune. But so you're stuck in more of a bit of a box with a shorter length song. So I'm like, how can I make this more interesting? So I've been doing like, what about if the verse was like 15 bars? What if I did a pre-chorus for 13 bars and launched into a chorus that was 8, then go into a pre-chorus that's like another 3 or 5, like really weird numbers that flip the songwriting on its head. And I know for Kosm, we're wanting to like really get more into deathcore. So I was telling the band, I was like, okay, like I really do like dig some like Slaughter. I love Slaughter to Prevail. I like some of the old I think it's Born of Osiris. I think they're deathcore.
They were once upon a time. Like I remember listening to Born of Osiris, those little devils.
Yeah, like I really dig like Carcosa is another one that really pulled it off, but like bands that like have choruses have like more songwriting where it's not just like a riff salad and then a breakdown. That's been my shit, has been like, where I want a chorus in music. I want to have something that people can sing along to. So I told Kosm, like, I'm down to go super heavy, but I'm gonna write it like a pop band. And they're like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah, there you go. So Jesse actually says, why is something 5 minutes if it's the same dynamic for the entire song?
Yep.
So this is a thing too, is you can't really tell how long, at least in and you say super concise songwriting, the way that I've always felt is a song isn't written until, like, the length of a song isn't determined until the song's done being written. You know, like, we have songs, Horrify has songs that are just under 2 minutes long. You know, we got songs that are 3.5 minutes long, you know, and I said specifically when I started that I wanted fast and intense fucking songs. And for some reason, Joel made long songs. 3.5 minutes in the grindcore world is pretty much a fucking prog epic. Okay. So like,
cool.
You know, so it doesn't, it's all about the feel and, you know, the dynamic, just like Jesse says, you can't force, oh shit, this song's got to fit into a 5 minutes. We got to make 5 minutes. We got to write a 5-minute long song. You can't really do that, right? You just write the songs as they come. And then, unless you're like writing jingles professionally and hawking them on Fiverr, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Making ads.
Yeah, right. And there's definitely it's like, instead of exactly as you said, instead of like trying to like fit things into a container, just like do the song how the song's going to be done. But then, you know, when you can take a second pass at it, you're like, is that too much? Is like, is this too much stuff? Can I take stuff away? And vice versa. Sometimes you like adding a part can work really, really well. It can make things resolve more completely.
Or exactly. Or even like, there's.
I wish we did that. Don't worry. God, it's okay. I'm gonna write like literally like bangers. Just trust me.
I think Jesse, come on, bro, come on, lady, bro, like, come on, Jesse. You know, thank you so much for jumping in and like being a part of the chat, Jesse. Like, thank you so much. You are invited back for every episode. Don't forget, on Monday we got Coco from All Else Fails and Eternal Prophecy. And they just dropped a new music video, and it's insane. He painted himself like a Shambhala raver and just blasted out wicked intense space groove, he calls it.
Nice.
Jesse streams too? Oh, I'm going to have to jump onto Jesse's page later and give her a follow as well. Awesome. Very stoked about that. So, this is actually the end of the stream.
Sick.
Sterling, do you have anything that you think we missed talking about, or any shout outs you might want to throw down?
Dude, honestly, like we were talking about earlier, and fucking shout out to Shadows. They're hauling ass. Shout out Juliet Ruin again.
Yeah. Rock and roll.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I don't know. Shout out Sumac, like I said as well. Yeah, no, those are the main. No, actually, no, they're bigger. Never mind. We want to shout out small bands. Yeah, nothing right now. No, like those are the three that I think.
No
people
hope
should
for the
just
lost.
check out a bit more.
Or else Nathaniel will poop his pants.
Yeah,
I bet he's had like 4 yachts right now waiting for us to shout out. No hope for the lost. We did before he got in here. Now he's gonna watch the whole episode.
Yeah, we said the band name too many times. He showed up like Beetlejuice.
No, Nathaniel's not like that. We know you're not like that, Nathaniel. I just love you. I just love giving N2 the ride. He's my best bud. I really love N2. Well, Sterling, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Dude, thank you for having me. It was so cool to hang.
It was great to finally meet you in person last weekend too.
Yeah, man.
Nathaniel,
you guys are absolute gems. So no.
last year was a little bit more productive. This year was more productive than last year. Next year will be more productive than that. And eventually I will have 1,000 subscribers. When I turn about 46 or 47, I think I'll have 1,000 YouTube subscribers.
Nice.
Fucking, well, are you on TikTok yet?
Yes,
Okay,
I
TikTok.
am. Yes, I am. And that's actually TikTok has been kicking ass for me. Like, I recommend everybody get on there if they're creating content, especially now
That's my plan.
that they do 10-minute videos too. Like, that's perfect interview length out on the town.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hell yeah. Ryan,
What's up, homie?
thank you for joining me on this stream too. Do you got any shout outs or do you think we missed talking about anything?
No.
Do you want to say something ridiculous about Nathaniel?
Something ridiculous about him? No, I save that for in person.
Where you can poke his little belly at the same time?
Right? Exactly.
Where you gotta you gotta get up on a stool and like poke his little belly, because he's
'cause he's fucking tall.
he's a stretchy boy.
Yeah.
He's
and he sleeps in a tiny little tent.
oh man, oh Nathaniel, that tent was hilarious. He thought that he was being fucking slick too. He thought he was being slick. He was not. He will for sure be getting a bigger tent. After that storm, though, I feel like I'm gonna be dropping my tent down every time I feel a fucking breeze from now on. My interview tent was destroyed.
Dude,
So is it, like everybody else's
that
was-
windstorm was nuts.
Right? That's what I was like. I was a little bit upset about it at first, and then I looked around and I was instantly like, nope, I'm just gonna haul this to the garbage. I don't even care. Like, everybody else is so much torn up, and like all of the vendors, their stuff got blown over. My friend Celine, she had a whole bunch of inventory get destroyed.
Actually, seen the video. Of,
Pretty sure the hot sauce guy too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought I smelled hot sauce like
yeah, it was.
later on. I was like, it smells spicy over here. Like
There was a lot of casualties there, but in the end, we all persevered. That's what it's all about, and it came together really well. And it was a success. And thank you so much for being on the show, Sterling. Anybody out there in Twitch land, hit follow, hit subscribe. Every Monday and Thursday, we be streaming, except for next Thursday because my band is playing our last show of the year. So if you're in Calgary, come to Broken City. We have a treat for you. It's
Go see his band, bro.
It's Sweet Kisses. Now, Nathaniel says send a raid somehow. So I don't have Twitch up right now. Let's see if I can pull that up really quick. Nathaniel, you're trying to get me doing things that I'm not comfortable with, you dirty little boy. Okay, here we go. I'm in, Nathaniel. I got to drop the code. Creator dance board. There we go. There's the button. Drex. What's that name, Nathaniel? There it is. He's streaming hard. All right, everybody. So this is the end of the stream. We're raiding Drex right now. We're going to finish this off. Sterling, you've been a sweetheart. Ryan, you've been a sweetheart too. And
Dude, thank you for having me.
you can dip out now if you want, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again.
Yep. Take care, you too.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Good to see you guys
Cheers,
again.
buddy. Bye
Keep in
bye.
touch. And I am out of here.
All right. And I think that we're on the raid train to Drex. There we go. It is now playing. I think I'm seeing myself in space. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now it's working. This is fucking weird there, Ryan. How was your day, buddy?
It was good. Just
Yeah.
loaded up for a new job.
Really, eh?
On TPO and rhino bonding, so I got a lot of music listening into while I do weird science on the roof.
Fucking rhino bonding, man.
Yeah, man, that stuff's wild.
It is. Walk around with your little magnet.
Your little magnets, yeah. You're just like, oh, there's a plate. And
Yeah.
it's like we're not doing it that way. What we're doing is we're gonna put down the insulation. We're gonna chalk lines, and then you're gonna put the plates in this specific fucking pattern.
And
'Cause
still
then-
fucking miss him anyway.
Well, but then at least when you're going and you're like, you can at least go in a straight line and fucking you have your plates all lined up. Like, those are all set up. Like, everybody's just like, no, you just blast plates. And it's like, you're actually supposed to do the math, get the amount of plates.
Yeah, because
program-
that's an
then you
engineer.
program that into the thing and it freaking counts every plate that you fucking zap.
It's
And then,
yeah.
you know, if you missed one at the end, right? It's that simple, but